Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to math. Today we're going to be interpreting various number stories using some various diagrams that we've worked on in the past. So today what we're going to do is we're going to open up our math journals to page 140. And once you get to page 140, you are going to be solving the very first math problem using one of the diagrams from the past. You may either use the change to more diagram, you can use the part total diagram, or you can use the diagram that we worked on yesterday, which is the quantity difference diagram. So boys and girls, go ahead, find page 140 and start working on number 1. I want to see if you know how to use one of the diagrams to solve your number problem. You may use any of the 3 that we have listed on the page. So go ahead and pause the video once you are ready to get started on solving problem number 1. Hopefully you have had a chance to read problem number 1 on page 140, and you have had a chance to use one of the diagrams. If you chose to use the start, change, end diagram, this is what you should have done with the problem. So last year, there was some number, so that was the start of it, right? Last year was the start of it. There was some number of water slides at Rushing Waters, so that's the start number. 9 new slides were added over the course of the year. So they added 9 slides to the water park. Now, this year, there are 26 slides at the water park. So I want to find the start number using the diagram. So if you used this diagram, this is what it should look like. Let's go ahead and take a look at a different diagram. Maybe you used the comparison diagram that we used yesterday. Here we have the comparison diagram that we worked on yesterday. So we've got our quantity, a quantity, and then a difference here. So I'm comparing the number of slides this year, which is 26, that's the larger quantity, that's the biggest number that I know, to the number of slides last year, which is the smaller quantity. And I know there are more slides this year, and that's the difference. They added 9 slides. I should put that maybe. They added 9 slides, and that was the difference between last year and this year. So if you chose to use the comparison diagram, this is what your comparison diagram would look like. I'm going to either think 26 minus 9 equals my other quantity, or I could think 9 plus what number equals 26. Those are 2 ways to think about that diagram. So if you chose to use this one, you should have the numbers 26 in the bigger quantity box and 9 as the difference. You have to figure out what the starting quantity was. If you chose to use the part total diagram, I know there are 26 slides in all. That's going to be our total. Of these, some slides were there last year, but we don't know how many yet. And 9 slides were added this year. So if you chose to use the part total diagram, this is what your diagram should look like. 26 as the total, 9 new slides over the year, and we have to figure out what the other part would be to make 26. So 9 plus what number equals 26? Or you could think 26 minus 9 equals the mystery number. Today, you are going to continue interpreting these number stories using the diagrams that we've learned about. Make sure that you are not just doing these number stories in your head. That's wonderful if you can do that. I do want to see that you know how to use these diagrams correctly, and if you do, it will help you solve your problems. I hope you have a wonderful day, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.